Hi, this is Gaurav Gambhir. Good to see you guys again. I want to discuss about the July numbers. Hopefully, you all out there that are monitoring the market as much as I do as well are able to relate to this and compare what's going on in the market. So, I want to compare for what we had last month because I bring this sheet every time, and unless you compare that, I think it's sometimes difficult to understand the context what we're trying to achieve. So, I'm going to pull out the July numbers that we discussed with everybody. If you have not seen them, you can go back to my previous recording and looking at the June numbers. Here they are. So in Philadelphia, the median estimated value was 310,000. In July, we're looking at 312,960. That's almost a $2,000 increase in the last 1 month for the average home being sold for the median estimated value. That's amazing. $2,000 worth of appreciation. Also, if you look at the last month's numbers, we had taken 5 examples. Can you believe out of the 5, 3 are actually under contract or closed? 3 out of 5 that we picked last month. So all these numbers is what we are thinking that a first-time home buyer, if you're spending the amount between, let's say, 1,600 and 2,500, what could you buy? And that's what you see at the average monthly mortgage price is what we're comparing that number to your rent amount. So when you're looking at this, always check the amount here and say, I could buy this place if I was paying less than $2,000 a month in rent. I can buy this place for less than $2,000 a month in mortgage. And we discussed, yes, there's other costs involved on top of it, but then there's also principal reduction, depreciation factors, tax benefits. So that's why we bring this conversation to you. So please look at these things very carefully as well. Even in the Fairmount area, 1.5% year to year over appreciation. So if you're waiting to buy, waiting for your interest rates to come down by, let's say, half a point, and you end up paying more for the property. The first example somebody will give me is, oh, by the way, Gaurav, I have to now wait for 30 years. I'm going to pay that loan. No, you don't. Nobody lives in their homes for 30 years. Maybe some do, but not majority of the people. So you think about if I have to live in the house for 5 to 10 years, let's take an average of about 7 years, and I'm going to either continue paying rent for an extra 2 years, which does not give me any tax value or benefits, but I'm going to wait for 0.5% of the interest rates to come down. But I'm going to end up, but what we don't understand is when interest rates come down, the price is going to go up. So we only want to talk about things that are going to benefit us. We don't think, or we don't want to think about the things that will affect us negatively. And that's where I'm coming and telling you that it will help increase the value of the homes, which in return does not help a renter. It only helps the one that is holding on to the asset. So think about what are you waiting for? What are the reasons why you have not decided to get pre-approved yet? So talk about pre-approval. That's an interesting thought. I have had somebody who spoke to me last time and said, oh, I'm waiting for the interest rates to come down. And I said, okay, that's great. When does your lease expire? Well, my lease expires in October. Have you gotten yourself pre-approved? Well, I'll do that once the prices when the interest rates come down. It takes a 60 to 90 day cycle for you to be able to get pre-approved, find the home that you like, make an offer, do the inspection, get all the ducks in a row, and then go to closing. You also have to remember that you actually have to give notice to your landlord within a certain time frame as well. So you can't just keep waiting. So what I would advise is the ones that are smarter people will actually be prepared for the opportunity. So I would recommend you should go and get yourself pre-approved. Start looking at homes just to get an idea so you can narrow down to the neighborhood that you like. So now you're going from a very wide angle to a very macro, which neighborhood, what price range, what can I afford, what do I like? Do I like an upgraded unit, or do I want to do some work myself? Understanding the tax benefits, do that work now. Call a professional, call a real estate agent in your area, call us. We'll be more than happy to assist you with anything and everything you need. We love renters, we love first-time home buyers, and that's the mission that we are on, helping first-time home buyers build wealth for long term. Hopefully I added some value, and until next time, talk to you again. Bye.